Hello everyone, this is Mahay over here at Sacred Kernel coming back at you with another Lightworker Collective reading. So let's get right into it. Okay, so the first card we have here is Answer the Call, Explore, Travel, Live. Yeah, so it's time. It's time to be bold. To be bold and to not be held back by any sort of hesitation that has been holding you before coming out of this hermit period. If you feel any sort of hesitation, it's simply residual energy falling off of you, but rest assured that you've closed that cycle and it is time to step boldly into this new phase. I think a lot of us are already feeling that sense of, it's not urgency, but it's a little bit of an itch in the feet, right? To take that step forward, to keep going. You know internally with your intuition that the cycle is closed and it's time to move forward, even if things around you are still kind of clearing up. Answer the call. So really take this time as well to acknowledge the signs that you're seeing in your day-to-day existence, because this is from, your angels, the divine, your Orisha, your deities, your ancestors, trying to push you into this new direction and just confirm that you really don't have anything to worry about now. The cycle is closed. I love this card. Begin writing now. Create, express, inspire. So for some of us, this is actually talking about writing, being an author, being a poet, being, a lyricist, something like that. But for many of us, it is also just talking about journaling. At this point in time, because you've closed out that cycle, you're coming through with all kinds of new epiphanies and all of that stuff. It's kind of hard for our brain to keep track of, especially when we're also managing day-to-day existence. So if you don't take a pen to paper or notes on your phone, however you prefer to take notes, if you don't do that, then you might miss out on a piece of the puzzle of something that you've been contemplating on. I also want to take this moment and say that there is something different about when you actually write with your hand. I remember reading an article about this several years ago that just expressed that while it's useful to be able to take notes in a digital capacity, there's no replacement for the specific brain stimulation that comes from when you have a writing utensil in your hand and you actually put it down on a piece of paper. That's one reason why they say, too, is like a study aid, that you learn it, you internalize it, you read it, but you also write it down, and that'll help you remember it, too. I really think that there's something kind of philosophical. I'm a little old-fashioned, so, forgive me. But I also feel like there's something like extra philosophical, maybe extra spiritual about the act of writing as well. That is, after all, one of the main things that separates us from the rest of the beasts on the world, right, is that we have a written language, and we didn't get it by typing. Our brains developed when we were writing it. So, actually take a pen to paper, write down your dreams, write down your thoughts, write down those epiphanies that you have after meditation. And if you are someone who's working in a creative aspect where you write poetry, where you write lyrics, where you write prose, or even, non-fictional works, just keep doing that. Do more of that. I feel like this is going to be part of your calling. It's going to be key for this next phase. There's something more here, but I think that it will become clearer as I keep reading. So let's just keep going. Oh yeah, look at her. Be an open channel, mediumship, ancestor spirits. So for some of you, this may even include doing channeled writing. as well. You may be a channeler that either by making shapes, by drawing pictures, but you're going to be getting, or if you do stream of consciousness writing as well, or when you journal, this is going to be where you really go into yourself, and by going into yourself, opening that channel through your crown to the Most High. Be an open channel. So just furthermore, encouragement to let go of the past, step towards that future, your future. Connect with animals. Animal spirit guides, healing, and past pets. So when I see this card, especially with this context here, it feels like you're being encouraged to take walks, nature walks outside, just to reconnect with the earth's energy. We know the earth's energy is full of abundance and is very conducive to beginning new projects and enhancing your own creative abilities, your own internal fertility, because the world is so fertile. As well with Answer the Call, you may, if you are already connected to animals, you may be seeing a lot more of those signs, animal spirit guides coming through as well. And there's a lot of ancestors that like to, take a little seat, take a ride on an familiar animal too. If you've ever experienced that, where, you swear this animal's looking at you, but through you, because like they know you, and just sense that there could be something a little bit extra there. Okay, so let's go into these ones. The Eight of Cups in reverse. The Tower. I know I don't always read these the same. I do what I'm told. I do what I'm called to do. Oh, and by the way, this deck, it doesn't make sense to me to do reversals in these, so they're always upright. Okay? All right. So with this Eight of Cups in reverse here, do you see how upright this person looks kind of grieved? They're grieved by what they had to let go of, okay? This very much reminds me of the Five of Cups in the Rider-Waite Tarot, or Rider-Waite Tarot, excuse me. But with it being in reverse, it's very much so like your eye hones in on this perfect chalice sitting up here. And it's right in the center and it's right above. It's kind of like, going towards a seed that was planted before. Maybe one that you didn't express in the material realm, but was planted inside your heart, inside your soul. Something that you thought of that would be a great opportunity, but just didn't really invest in. Perhaps before you were clouded in your judgment, or you had, aspects of your life that held you back from pursuing this. You thought in your conscious mind, this is not the right time for this, or, I don't have the resources for this, or it's just maybe in another lifetime I would do this. But this is a sign, this is your sign that actually that other lifetime is this lifetime. It's just a different timeline, huh? This is the Tower. This is the Tower, the realization that truly, we are all organisms walking around on this earth. Just some are bigger than others, some have more skills than others, some have more potential than others. But really, how you live your life is your choice. Do not live your life for others. Their lives are their lives. No one person can ever truly know another person, okay? Therefore, your existence is unique and will always be unique. Others, existences are unique to them as well, but we're not talking about them. You can't control them anyway. You can't ever know them anyway, so why are you trying to anticipate stuff in their life or move around stuff in their life. If they want to change things in their life based on what you do, then that's their choice. Let them have it. All you can do is, what you're guided to do or what you choose to do, right? So you're acknowledging this right now that, why say maybe next lifetime, maybe this isn't right, when if you really want it bad enough, you can absolutely change your life in any direction that you want to do. You can make it better, you can make it worse. It's up to you. This is freedom. This is free will. Of course, as a light worker, right, you hopefully are choosing to listen to your intuition, listen to the divine, and go where that path is leading you. It's leading you, right? Because no two light workers are ever the same, correct? Correct. So this is encouragement. This is wonderful. This is the epiphany. It's a good tower. Although I would argue that most towers are good. It's just kind of hard to see some for what they are at first. The 10 of Pentacles. Yeah. Abundance. 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 Do you see that? This is you following your true path. You see this like white dove held close to the breast. This is the purity within you, within your heart, within your soul, because you've held close to your faith in such a manner, just this pure faith. That is why you're getting this 10 of Pentacles, this whole abundance. And you're also acknowledging that you're already here, right? When you really get to this point, it's when you acknowledge that there's nothing that can ever hurt you again, because it's your mind doing it. You're choosing to be hurt. You're choosing to be upset or angry. You don't need to do that, right? Everything that happens to you can be taken as a lesson. And how you respond is going to determine your reward from the Most High. You're really owning this energy now. And it's amazing. I'm really proud of you. More power to you. The 8 of Swords. Okay. So this card, right, look at them. Look at them. I really kind of feel like this is kind of like the other side of this path, right? You walk in faith, and so therefore you see the light. You see the light everywhere. You become enlightened to that. But you also become enlightened to the amount of darkness there is. You become enlightened to the fact that not everyone has the capacity to advance to this level. And this may even be people that you love, people you're surrounded by. They're trapped in the darkness. And they may be forever. It may take them actually another lifetime before they can get to the same level as you. You acknowledge that you were previously in this state too. You don't have to leave other people behind to walk in the path of faith, but that's what you are. And then I also feel like a secondary meaning to this is that you're locked in to this path. You know that if you ever stop having this high level of faith, then you could easily slip back here. This is the only way, right? Once you come to that realization, then it becomes hard to see anything else. But you always have a choice. And some people do that, right? Some people are given gifts and they get in the rat race and they choose to turn their back on what they previously knew and held in their heart to be true, which is their faith. And, they get stuck here. They lose favor. But you're not in this position yet. You're still solidly in this pure of heart, pure of faith, 10 of Pentacles position. It's a powerful place to be, but having gotten this far, again, noting that not everyone can, having gotten this far, I'm not worried about you. Okay, so the 7 of Wands in reverse. So this card is kind of like, I feel like it's going to gain some context around these others, but immediate impression here is that you're acknowledging that you don't have to fight. You don't have to fight anymore. You don't have to defend yourself anymore, okay? Because, again, with this pure faith aspect and this tower, you're acknowledging that, if you are choosing to defend yourself, that means you're giving life to the fight and the struggle, when really you could just sit in your truth and walk away. You could rise above it. You could fly above it. They can't touch you, right? They can't, if they want to fight you, they have to reach you, and they may not be able to reach you if you just keep ascending. There's over 7 billion people in this world, so why worry yourself with this one? Or whatever, what have you, however many it is. And, oh, yeah, the 5 of Pentacles. Okay, so I really like this card from this deck because you see these individuals here. A lot of times we think of the 5 of Pentacles as like the being left out in the cold card, but this card is like, do you see them though? Yes, they look like refugees, okay? But at the other side of that is sometimes when you have to leave your home as a refugee, even, it's the mindset that there may be something better around the corner. Like, yes, I have to leave this place, but there may be something better. I feel like, especially in the Lightworker context of this reading, it's that you are acknowledging that as an agent of the divine, okay, it is also your job to leave people out in the cold, and that this is a form of love expression. Okay, hear me out. You give love purely, unconditionally. And what that means is sometimes you have to give those tough lessons. If you love someone, you don't enable them to stay in the same behaviors. You show them a different way. You encourage them to change, whether they are happy with you or not, okay? And this is also talking as a mom, okay? Like you have to push them, encourage them to do better. And so for some people that have been living, trapped in this dark place, this realization that they can't use you, they have to look at themselves, they have to pack it up and keep moving on to the next way and feel the cold, feel the darkness, and hopefully trigger in their own mind, is this really the way? Because I see this person over here in the sunshine. They look warm. They look cozy and comfortable. There has to be a better way, and that is something that you could potentially encourage them to do, that by forcing them to get out of this area that they thought was home, they can pack it up and move to a new place, and that new place may very well be a better place for them. Okay? So it's not always about giving and giving and giving kindness. Sometimes the act of kindness is letting someone sit in their own poison, sit there in their own dark, and reflect upon themselves when there's no one else around them to try and enlighten them, that the path to enlightenment starts from within. So that's what this 5 of Pentacles is going on here. You're not feeding into the fight anymore. You're not feeding into the fight. Therefore, what are they fighting? Where do they go now, right? Okay. I'm just going to do these 3 together. That's what I'm hearing. So we have the Justice. Oh, by the way, it's the My Labyrinth deck. I love it. I bought this for myself for my birthday. Justice, okay? The Helping Hands, Justice. This one is the 3 of Pentacles, and then we have the Ace of Swords. So, right here with our oracle cards, it is emphasizing, it is confirming that, part of your next phase is going to be building on this dream that you had before. And it very much so feels connected to the pen. Okay, remember the Ace of Feathers? It's a feather, it's the air sign, but it's also a quill right here, like a quill on his cap. The decision to commit, right? You're answering the call. The decision to commit to building on this dream, on this, honing your voice, on expressing and communicating your thoughts, your ideas, your perspective. The way that you artfully craft this delivery is how you're going to move into your next phase. That's where you're supposed to move into your next phase. Now, it's again not to say that's where you're going to end up, or you may even stay there for a long time, but for this next phase, you need to really work on writing, write on your expression. That is your justice. Speak your truth. Also, I'm feeling like if there is something that's going on in the legal realm, that you're going to be, through your writing, through your expression, through your communication, you're going to be vindicated in this experience. That very well may bring a tower to these individuals in this dark space. More power to you. All right. Then we have the Ace of Pentacles. We call it junk in this deck, the Sun. And then we have the Nine of Wands. So for some of you, this may include an actual child. This is, it's feeling like a victory for you and this child. Yeah, I don't really, I'm not really supposed to go into that too much, but I think that that's fair enough to give. In another context for this card, excuse me for the focus there, this is your victory going forward, right? This is encouragement that you are still going to be on top regardless of the fighting that's going on. This Nine of Wands here. This is the Nine of Wands. The struggle that's going on within these people in a dark place, they're fighting. You don't need to fight because they're fighting, right? They're going to be in this kind of refugee space and looking for the sun, looking for their victory, looking for their happiness, and kind of wondering where it is because there's no sun in this card. That's probably where they're traveling to, where they're going to be looking for. Because you're in this energy of, I don't need to fight. I don't need to fight. Okay? Why am I going to waste my energy fighting when I could spend it healing or pursuing my passions? Okay? Putting a pen to paper. Really making that commitment to your faith, to your path. Because you're doing that, you get this Ace of Pentacles here. You know, you're confident in your direction and you're pursuing that. And for that, you get this happiness. You get to feel the sunshine. Okay, final card here. The Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. And the Wheel of Fortune, you know, it's not just the wheel turning in your favor. It's important to acknowledge that as the wheel turns, there's sides everywhere, you know? So if it turns for you in a good way, where you're on top, that means someone else is on the bottom, right? And some people are just in the struggle. They're in the mud still because they're waiting on to either be on the top or on the bottom. They're waiting in limbo. The Wheel of Fortune is a neutral card, in my opinion, because it indicates that no matter where you are, there has to be some balance. That's called karmic balance. If one person is receiving good karma, that means that there's someone else who's experiencing the bad karma. Okay? Energy can either be created nor destroyed. It's about distribution. And, the Most High Source is the one in charge of really making sure it's an equitable distribution of energy. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune, it really says it all here. The wheel, it feels like, is turning in your favor at this point in time. And for others, they're going to be searching for that sunshine still. All in all, main advice here is for you to stay focused on your path. Really pick up a pen, okay? Take a walk outside so you can kind of immerse yourself in the energy and, clear your head, clear your body, clear your essence from this residual energy, and kind of take another step outside yourself and acknowledge that you don't need to be a part of their journey anymore, right? In fact, you shouldn't be. Who are you for that, right? You should be focused on your own journey. So I really hope this helps you. Have a wonderful, fantastic day. Thank you for watching, and bye.